Hello, hello. This is Jen. I hope everybody's good. I'm here with an energy update. So, welcome if you're new. Welcome back if you're not new. Thank you for being here. So, I think this is going to be a brief channeling here. I don't know what will be coming up except the full moon. Usually, when I start these recordings, I have an idea of what I'm going to be talking about and I channel as I go. But now it's just like sit down, do this recording, and we'll see what happens. So, today's a full moon. Are you ready for that one? It's a big one. Big, 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 big one. If you've been purging, if you've been feeling a lot of unexplained emotion, it's because of the full moon. The Schumann resonances have been off the charts for many days in a row. If you haven't been able to sleep, that might be why. But this full moon is like a break. It's like a break meaning a stop, not a break as in a pause, but more like a break as in a stop. Meaning that we're leaving the past behind. We're leaving the old behind. And we need to get ready for the new. And the new is something we've never been through before. It's something we've never seen, felt, or seen before. It's the new earth. It's the new way of operating since the eclipse. I mean, in my last video, I was talking about the energy of the eclipse. And now it's time to integrate those. It's time to put them in the 3D and live by those energies. This full moon is about, like I said, leaving the old behind. So forget who you were and get prepared for who you are now at this moment and who you will become in the next few months. For the most sensitive ones, this shift has been very hectic, and I include myself in that category. I haven't been sleeping right for a very long time. I have been purging for a very, very, very long time, and like purging stuff that I sometimes don't even know what it is. I mean, when the purge shows up, for me, it usually shows up as stay still and process these energies, process these emotions. And I cry a lot because that's how I transmute stuff. And I've been crying a lot lately. I've been having my throat really tight. I've been having my thoughts all over the place. I've been picking up on so many things that it was overwhelming. And mind you, I've known for a long time that I'm sensitive and I've been dealing with that kind of stuff for a very long time, but this is like a step up in the game. Definitely is. And basically the veil is non-existent, like very, very thin. So if you are part of the people that have opened up their psychic abilities, you most probably have been picking up on what's going on in the field. And more precisely, what's going on with the people that you're connected to. Meaning your friends, your family, your colleagues, the new people that you're meeting and stuff like that. So it's a really, really nice time to pay attention to your thoughts and to try to recognize, is this my own or is this somebody else's thought? And to not get attached to it no matter where it comes from, but to just move on and transmute and move on to the next thing to do. This full moon reminds us to shine our light very, very bright. It reminds us to reveal our authentic selves. It reminds us to be grateful. Being grateful right now is super important because it will allow you to manifest easier what's coming up. in the next few weeks and next few months. It will allow you, just think of it this way. When you plant a flower or vegetables, you will most probably add something to the soil so that your vegetable can grow strong. This is what the full moon is reminding us. It's like put that extra stuff in your soil so that your life can become better, so that your life can be what you want, so that your manifestations can be to the level that you want them to be. We're supported by these energies right now, and the more people do that, the more it gets in the unified field, the more it gets available to the people that are not there yet, and the more we work as a big family. It's always the same thing anyway. We're all one, right? So this full moon is really like cutthroat. It's like, okay, okay, dude, take a look at this. Are you done with this or are you not? Because if you are done, it's really time to let go of that narrative that you tell yourself. If you're not done, be prepared, because it's going to expand a lot bigger and higher and more like deeper until you're done with it. So be prepared for having it easy, but also like maybe like going through some like situations that will require a lot of steadiness, a lot of stillness, a lot of being grounded, a lot of being connected, and connected to our hearts, to source, to God, to the universe, to allow these forces to move what needs to be moved in your life. Because sometimes we try to do it on our own and it's just not moving, right? Sometimes it's related to other people and these other people are just not freaking moving. You know what needs to be done, but these people are not doing it, and it is affecting you. This full moon will take care of that. So just be prepared. Like, hope for the best, prepare for the worst. That's the best sentence I could say about this full moon. Other than that, what I'm sensing is that a lot of people will become online, like on. The switch will be turned on. And a lot of people will go through like spiritual awakenings or different layers of their own awakenings. And that will create a lot of chaos, a lot of situations to work through, a lot of communications to be had, and be very precise in your communication, using the right words, but also right intentions. Be clear, be absolutely clear, because you're going to manifest whatever is in your heart. And today I was talking to one of my brothers, Bobby. Thank you for the talk, by the way, Bobby. And we were talking about how to help people. And the message I want to get here is, you don't need to have like a healer or savior mission to be helping people. A lot of people at this time will be wondering, what's my life mission? Why am I here? That's why I'm talking about this. And sometimes it's just about being you. And mind you, the word sometimes is not the correct one. It's all the time. It's about being you. It's not about having this huge following of people asking you for advice or starting a website or a YouTube channel. It has nothing to do with that. It's just about being you, your authentic self, your true essence, your true nature. By doing so, your light will reflect out, ripple out, and help a bunch of people. It's not about being popular on the public place. It's not about gaining popularity. It's about being you in your day-to-day life and being the best version of you during that day-to-day life. That's the best way to influence people around us. That's the best way to act by example, preach by example, or act as a leader. That's the best way to not only fulfill your own mission, but inspire others to do so. It's not about making like tons of money by making a program, or I don't know. You know what I mean? It's just about being real, being you. No matter how mundane you think your life is, it's important. It's important for all of us. I mean, I'm here talking on my YouTube channel, but I do have a mundane life outside of that. I wake up every morning just like everybody else, and I go to work and I do my things. And sometimes my days are very, absolutely super boring. Like boring to the point that I'm like, what was that? That was so boring. But during those days, maybe you're inspired or influence people to be their better versions just by being you. So that's an interesting term that is coming in. Have the audacity to be you, fully you at your full potential. Whatever you were trying to hide, whatever you were keeping in the closet, it's time to get it out. It's time to live it, to embody it, integrate it, live by it, and see what happens. Yeah. What is also coming up is the velocity at which we are operating right now. So, pay attention to these thoughts that go in your mind very quickly. You know, these kind of thoughts where you're on a break or doing something and whoop, there's a thought coming up in your mind, very high up in your mind, like if you sense the energy. Pay attention to that. This is gold right now. Gold. I'm telling you, my friends, gold. All your guidance is in there. These thoughts are coming from the unified field. You're picking up on them and you're receiving them from other people or from your own guidance. And they do serve a really big purpose in your life right now. Maybe you're going to wonder how to do that. There's no like quick fix around that. There's no like magical recipe. It's awareness, consciousness, like being aware of what's going on in your own inner world, and especially your head, your thoughts, because I'm telling you, these thoughts, they're gold. I know I said that, but they're gold. They're money. They're like so important right now. And usually when we're not paying attention, we're like, okay, this just went through my mind and it doesn't mean anything, and we forget about it. This is the thing not to do right now. The thing to do is wait a minute. What did I just think about? Perfect. Okay. What does that mean right now? If you know what it means, go act on it. If you don't know, keep it, remember it. It's going to mean something. Someone will bring you the answer that goes with that. Someone that you're connected to or not. I mean, by connected, I mean like closely connected, or someone that you don't know will bring you the answer to that. It will bring you the explanation of why you had that thought. So it's a good time to write everything down, to either record yourself or find a way to remember. But in those moments where you stop, where you take a break to breathe, to eat, whatever, where you stop whatever you are doing, pay attention to what's going on in your heart and in your mind. You have all the answers there. You have everything explained in that energy space, energetic space, whatever. You know what I mean? Yeah. So these thoughts usually show up as a surprise. You're like, I don't know, biting your nail, for example. I don't bite my nails. I don't know why I'm using that example, but like, let's say you're biting your nails, because usually people like go into a trance when they do that, right? So you're biting your nail and you're like, boop, there's a thought coming on, and you're like, why am I thinking about this? That's your first clue that you need to pay attention and dig if you feel like you need to dig. Go down that rabbit hole. It's going to be interesting. If you don't know what it means, like I said, keep it. It's going to mean something to you very quickly. Very, very quickly. You're going to be, oh, that's why I was thinking about that. Everything will start having an explanation. Everything will start having an instruction manual suddenly. And that's good news, my friends. We've been waiting for that. I could say it's like more transparency, which is like the veil being very thin or non-existent. So we can pick up on so much more. So much more. We need to use that. It's there for a reason. It's there to help us propel forward, move forward in a more aligned way. This is your guidance. I'm telling you, my friends, this is your guidance. Everything is there. I'm talking about thoughts, but it could be a feeling. It could be something that you hear. It could be something that you see. It could be something that you feel, basically, using all your senses. Just don't discard it. That's what I want to say. Don't discard it. It's super important. It is the clues, the insights that you need for what's coming for you. It is the information that you need to make decisions. It is the information that you need to keep moving higher on this beautiful ascension ladder that we're on. So yeah, have fun with that, because trust me, it's really fun. It really is. And the more attention you pay to that, the easier it gets. The more information you get, the more guidance you get, the more your internal GPS gets like fine-tuned, and the easier your life gets. That's the beauty of it. Like, the easier things get, you will start knowing like precisely what you need to do, instead of asking questions, instead of being in doubts or indecisions and wondering, what am I supposed to do with that? Listen to the guidance, even if it doesn't make sense at this point. It will make sense. You're going to feel a tug anyway. If you don't listen, you're going to be feeling like your heart being tugged somewhere. Listen to that. If that's the only thing you feel, it's okay. You're going to feel more. As you open yourself more, as you release more, you're going to have more space to receive that kind of information. And that tug is super important. Like, I'm in a situation like that right now in my personal life. I'm always like one foot in, one foot out with one specific person. But that tug is a lot stronger than all the doubts, all the rational stuff I can tell myself. So I'm following that, because I know that at the end of this road or path, there is something waiting for me. And it's not a lesson, it's growth. It's easiness, more flow, more abundance. Even though it doesn't look like it, and it definitely doesn't feel like it. It feels like, oh my God, what is this? What is this push-pull? What is this that I'm in right now? But there's always something bringing me back there to that person. There's always something, either a thought, a feeling, or that tug that I'm talking about, taking me back there. So that can come from different places, either that person or my own guidance. In this specific situation, I'm able to say that it's my guidance, because I've dug, what's the past tense of digging? Anyways, I went to look at it and I was able to identify that it is my own guidance. And then in second place, it is that person manifesting me in their life. So it's a two-way thing here. If I don't do it, and if I don't go there, and if I don't do what I need to do with this person, I'm going to have to do it with the next person. So the choice is easy to make for me. But sometimes it's okay to say, you know what, fuck it. I'm not going to take care of this right now, and I'm just going to take it with the next person, situation, whatever. That choice belongs to you, but do know that until you've been through it, it's going to come back in your life. Sometimes the choice is easier to make according to whoever is involved in that situation. Some people make it easier than others. But usually the way it goes is that if you postpone it to other people, these other people which will show up with a little bit more complex situation. That's the universe or source like knocking harder on you, saying, hey, this is for you. This is for your growth. You need to do this right now. And if you don't, we're just going to keep sending you that. And it's going to pile up at some point. So just like when we do laundry and we wait and it piles up, it just takes a longer time to take care of it all, right? So this is the same principle here. If you choose to wait and postpone, it's just going to get a little bit harder. And a little bit might be subjective here. It depends on what you're going through, but a little bit can turn out to be like a lot. So, and I'm not saying that to scare anybody or to put anybody in fear. It's just, that's the way the universe works. Like, we have a plan to follow, we have a mission and a path to follow. And if we choose to not follow it and get distracted, well, you know, these things are waiting for us at the end. So they can be easier, harder, whatever, you know. Choice is yours, my friends. Choice is yours. So decide how you want to go about this. And of course, it depends on the situation. You know, some situations, it happens that you just don't have the energy to take care of it at that moment, and that's fine. Honor yourself, always do. Respect yourself, your limits, your boundaries, always do. And then, you know, make the proper choices whenever you are being faced with, hey, red pill or blue pill? Which way do I go? I mean, these situations are like sometimes super like easy to navigate, and sometimes they're not, but like it is what it is. So pay attention to these like thoughts that seem futile when they show up. Trust me, they're not. They're really, really not. There are messages from your team, from your angels, from your guides, from whoever you choose to believe in. They're messages, clues, insights, important instructions. Follow that and you will be okay. So thank you for being here. You can follow me on social media at IndigoGirl555 on Instagram, IndigoGirl on Facebook. You can also reach out if you want to book a reading with me at indigogirl555@gmail.com. And until the next time, be well.